Welcome, everyone, to a night about retaliation. A night where many of our superstars look for retribution. Welcome to Backlash. Looking at tonight's card, we really do have all hands on deck for this one. Sit tight for singles action coming up next. The wait is over. This one's for all the marbles, and it's coming up next. It'll be Randy Orton taking on some tough competition.
Always a little special when the title is on the line.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
WWE's Apex Predator. Randy Orton began his career by being known as the Legend Killer. Randy Orton is now simply a legend.
Randy Orton's career wasn't built on alliances. The most important thing to Randy Orton has been winning championships. He has done that in a major way, a 13-time world champion.
The mood changes when Randy Orton enters the building.
Orton is a volatile superstar that can end a match in an instant with an RKO out of nowhere.
A man with absolutely no absence of malice. The eclectic Shinsuke. Corey, this man has taken WWE by storm.
You're absolutely right. And since WrestleMania, since this, quote, change in attitude from Shinsuke, some people have called it some sort of psychological downward spiral. I think it's been an emotional ascent, leading Nakamura straight to the top.
Well, that ascent has made Nakamura one of the most dangerous superstars.
What's going on here?
Here we go.
Come on, negotiations are broken down and we now have a war on our hands.
Yeah, they couldn't wait to get a hold of each other.
This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
Ooh! What grace! Float over into the... Here's Nakamura with some offense of his own. He wants no part of the outside.
Guys, a loss here for the champion would be incredibly embarrassing, especially considering all the trash talking I'm told that's been going on behind the scenes. I don't want to reveal my sources, but let's just say there's been some pretty harsh words being tossed around.
Oh, brutal impact. I don't know who your sources are, Corey, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to learn that the champion has been a little cocky heading into this one.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Michael, especially considering just how dominant the champ has been of late. When you're that good, you have every right to bow your chest out a little bit.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. The quick reversal there by Randy Orton. His kick connects.
Champ not looking good right now.
He has an amazing opportunity here to cement his legacy as one of the greatest champions in recent memory.
I gotta say, guys, I have been incredibly impressed by what we've seen from this superstar in recent weeks.
Well executed neckbreaker. Look at this. Well, Byron, you're not the only one impressed by what you've seen as of late. It seems these responsible for the weekly rankings have also taken notice because this superstar comes into tonight with quite an impressive spot.
And well-deserved, too, I might say. It just goes to show that wins here in WWE go a long way in solidifying your spot on the roster.
Now look at that. I'd say that's getting some air. A big fight feel inside for this huge championship match. And so far, I'd say these competitors have brought their A game.
Randy Orton playing it up, but I'm not sure it's the right time or place.
He goes for the cover. Nakamura gets the shoulder up there.
Definitely has his work cut out for him.
Oh, boy, he is rolling. You're absolutely right, Michael. This arena is electric right now. And I think part of it is their desire to be a part of history. I think they're all anticipating a title change here tonight.
Cool your jets, Saxton. Let's not go crowning a new champion just yet. There's still plenty of match to go here.
I can tell you guys that this arena sold out in record time, and a lot of that has to do with this match in the ring right now. This is easily one of the most anticipated title matches in recent memory. Randy Orton has found an answer here. The challenger not in a great place.
The champ clearly getting the best of him here.
He's really starting to look fatigued here, guys, and when that happens, your whole body starts to give out on you. He's going to need to be careful here.
Like you were saying, Michael, when news broke that this title match would take place here, I had dozens of people I know in...
Oh, no. Hurricane out of nowhere.
Just when you thought... Cover!
And a near fall.
How'd he do that?
Randy better not lose focus on what matters, and that's winning this match.
And a pin attempt. And Shinsuke Nakamura powers out. He's still in this. Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice. Quick thinking by Shinsuke Nakamura. There may be no coming back from this incredible beatdown. The damage has been done.
And here's Randy Orton showing why he's a master manipulator. And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
The intensity of this match has been incredible.
Look at that. Now, that's acrobatic.
Up against the barrier now.
I think that barrier might be the only thing holding him up.
I think you're right. Back suplex.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. He wants no part of the outside. With a put.
The elbow right in the nose.
Jeez. He's going for it all. Look at this. That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
Yeah, let's hope he can keep this kind of effort going.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical. Nakamura is measuring him.
Perfectly executed.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will.
The champion into the cover.
Oh my, how in the world did he kick out of that?
Not quite. This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
I think I saw some teeth fly out on that one. Oh, there's some good Orton. And a savage clothesline.
Shinsuke Nakamura just too fast for him.
It's like trying to fight smoke.
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael.
What a hellaciously physical match these gladiators have put themselves through. The intensity of this has been incredible.
Oh, the reversal by Shinsuke Nakamura.
Success breeds success, and he's definitely having some right now.
Surprises him with that drop kick.
Back now inside the ring.
Shinsuke Nakamura just too fast for him.
It's like trying to fight smoke.
Shoulders down.
Two. Gets the shoulder up. Wow. What's it going to take?
Not yet.
Here's Nakamura with some offense. A blatant disregard for the referee's authority. Gets this one thrown out.
Singles action is up next. You're not going to want to miss this. It will be Jeff Hardy
versus a formidable opponent.
Who will reign supreme?
Oh, man. The excitement level just went through the roof in this arena. One half of Team Extreme.
The charismatic enigma about to grace the WWE Universe with his presence.
From Cameron,
What's this?
North Carolina.
Well, I think it's about to be a highlight reel.
225 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
A true daredevil.
Oh, we have a brawl on our hands. He's trying to mangle his face here.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Oh, there's some good contact by Jeff Hardy.
And then...
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
An amateur wrestling standout with almost 2 decades of in-ring experience. It's going to be tough to stop Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, no matter what color his hair is that day, Shelton Benjamin truly is the gold standard.
Bringing it back into the ring. From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries.
Jeff Hardy hurting a little here.
I don't think he expected to be in this position here.
I wouldn't call for the medics just yet, Cole. He still appears to be in pretty good shape here.
This is all part of the process, guys. He knew he would take on some offense here tonight. He just has to make sure he keeps it to a minimum.
He's not looking like himself here, but we all know that he isn't afraid of a good fight, which is what we're seeing here.
Yeah, but it looks to me like he still has plenty of energy in that body of his. I wouldn't look too much into this right now.
This match is so evenly contested right now that it's almost impossible to pick a winner. I guess we'll just have to settle in and enjoy the action.
Only one place to go when you're stuck in the fireman's carry.
Yeah, down. And I can tell you it's not a pleasant trip.
At the risk of sounding like a fanboy, guys, I couldn't be more excited about this pay-per-view. I mean, from top to bottom, we have one exciting match after another. Whoa, he gets out of it. He's at another level right now, Michael.
Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
You're absolutely right, Byron. This is without a doubt one of the most stacked pay-per-view cards we've had in recent memory. I'd say it's reminiscent of No Mercy in 2007, which featured big-time matches one night after the other.
Good call, Cole. That was an absolutely huge night. Complete with a new WWE champion being crowned an amazing 3 different times.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Oh, I think this man means business.
The night's not even over yet, guys, and I'm already seeing fans on social media saying that
Shelton Benjamin, super kick.
He might have just ended this. Does Jeff Hardy even know where he is?
Shelton, you have to think that's it.
But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
Will he be victorious? And an air fall.
Wow, I thought for sure that was it.
Byron, while Corey's on his phone checking his social media feed, how about you and I finish calling the action here? This has been a heck of a match so far. Wouldn't you agree?
It really has, Michael. And like those on social media are apparently saying, this might just be the most exciting WWE pay-per-view of the calendar year. Ooh, Benjamin just evades that one.
No lack of force there.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Too close for comfort. He can't let that happen again.
Wow, I thought this was over.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting. He's inflicting some serious... Is that enough for the win? Oh, I can't believe he had the energy to kick out of that.
How'd he do that?
Shelton Benjamin may have it.
Jeff Hardy just barely getting out of the way.
So quick.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Jeff Hardy just barely getting out of the way.
So quick. Nice job breaking out of that one.
But there's plenty more work for him to do here.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
This one's over, guys.
I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
Well, it looks like the Daredevil wants to take a few more spills.
Why not? Jeff Hardy just barely getting out of the way.
So quick. Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Look at this. Jeff Hardy's on the attack. And, gentlemen, Shelton Benjamin may be fading away here. You might just have nothing left to give, guys.
oh man, what a beating he's taken. You can see the lights are on, but clearly nobody's home.
Guys, you can tell he's drained, but I guarantee you that won't stop him from doing everything.
He's got the shoulders down. 2. No, he kicks out. Nicely done.
How'd he do that? Oh boy, he is rolling.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this. He's focusing on the face now.
It's safe to say he had his opponent well scouted there.
Brilliant analysis, Saxton. There it is. Hurricane Rana. When this guy's on, look out. Shelton Benjamin. Oh, I think this man means business.
That might have done it, Cole. Does Jeff Hardy even know where he is?
He's got him covered. 2. Kick out at 2. Oh, that may have been a slow count.
He's still in this.
He's making a statement here with this attack. Shelton, how's that for ferocious? It's like someone hit the repeat button for this move. Look at it here.
This could be it.
2. Real close. Too close for comfort. Woo. He's going for it all.
near fall out of it.
What a match.
Looking to steal one. We got a cover. 2. And he's able to get out. Wow.
That's pure power, guys.
He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
Look at Jeff Hardy's offense. Here we go for the win. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up.
Gonna take a whole lot more.
He's displaying classic offense here.
Showing some quickness there.
That's it. It's over. It's over.
He's going for the pin. 1, 2. Digging deep for a kick out.
Can you believe what he's withstood here tonight?
Now watch this. Just going for the cover. 1, 2. Gets the shoulder up. Wow. What's it going to take?
How'd he do that?
That one fails to connect.
Great idea by him. Too bad it was awfully executed, though.
Neck breaker with a float over.
That was pretty.
Oh, this is dangerous right here. Look out! Nice move. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Jeff Hardy's going for it.
There's no coming back from that.
Just what we've got to cover. 1, 2. Oh, how resilient was that?
Dangerous.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. So damaging. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Jeff Hardy is in position. Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin. This might be it.
Cover him, cover him.
That has got to be it. And he got it near. Fall out of it. Ow. Ow.
Keep your eye on this one. Look at this. 450! Will it be? 2, 3. The pinfall and the victory.
And here's another glance at these superstars in action.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance.
Here is your winner, Benjamin.
Big win here to start the show.
And if that match is any indication of what to expect here tonight, we are in for an amazing evening.
Believe it or not, that's just the beginning, folks. Stay tuned for more great action.
We've been waiting a long time for this. The championship is up for grabs right here next.
It'll be Carmella versus Charlotte.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Mella is money!
Byron, are you ready to admit the truth yet?
That Carmella's the most obnoxious woman in the entire women's division?
You are delusional. Mella is money.
Well, it's great where you can wear blinders.
Why would I want blinders on when Mella's around?
So what would you know anything about how to win a title like Mella?
So I see you're kissing up to Carmella as well.
Why wouldn't I? I think she's an unbelievable talent. Here comes the Queen. Here we go. Come on, we need to get order here.
Now hold on, Cole. Let's just see where this goes.
She makes it look easy. You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano.
And I can't help but get the feeling that this is going to be one of those matches. People will be talking about for a long time to come.
Set T-bone!
Elbow drop. Russian leg sweep. I can tell you, nobody's happy about it.
The championship is up for grabs. Coming up next.
It will be Team Luke Gallows versus a formidable opposition, to say the least.
Two of the best superstars in the WWE battling for that crown.
Byron, are you friends with Anderson and Gallows?
I'd like to consider myself on good terms with them.
Because they talk about you a lot.
Oh, yeah? What do they say?
They say, nerd! Where's this going?
I think it's about to be a highlight reel.
Ooh, and now we have a brawl on our hands.
Oh, yeah. They didn't need the match to start to make a point.
What? What's going on? This is an injustice, a horrific injustice. Oh, knee right to the spine. Ooh. And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
The club's biggest member, Luke Gallows, is in action here tonight.
And he's a true good brother if there ever was one.
Up and over. From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. And he's heading back in.
Luke Gallows going high risk.
If this match heads outside, things can go south real quick.
Let's hope not.
Boom! A concerned look on the face of the champ. To be expected, though. It's not like he's in there.
His shoulders are down. And the champ kicks out.
Nah, not yet. Too early.
Oh, what a chop block. Call me crazy, but... this might be one of those rare instances where the champion actually enters the match as the underdog. I know it sounds odd, but it really seems like the champ is up against a headwind here.
Look at Carl Anderson here. He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
You're not crazy, Byron. The champ certainly has an uphill battle here, and while it's rare, we have seen the challenger head into the match as the heavy favorite. San Martino challenging Stan Stasiak in 1973 immediately comes to mind, as does Diesel squaring off against Bob Backlund in 1994.
Wait, did you really just say that Saxton is not crazy, Cole? Man, just when I started to think you might be all right, you go and say something ridiculous like that.
Tagged in.
Luke Gallows in with the tag.
Believe it or not, fellas, some people are speculating whether the champ should have to defend the gold against what some are calling inferior competition here tonight.
Look at Luke Gallows starting to slow here.
We all know, though, this guy has plenty of fight left in him.
Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be expected, especially considering who he's in the ring with.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Corey, I think you're just trying to drum up controversy. I haven't heard any whispers about the champion having to defend against inferior competition.
Yeah, inferior competition, that's nuts. I'm willing to bet the champ started that rumor in an attempt to get into his opposition's head. Either that, or Corey's just making stuff up, as you alluded to, Michael.
Whoa, Anderson dodged that one.
Putting it all on the line.
Look at this.
Quick cover by Carl Anderson. Yeah, I don't believe that he didn't win this match right there.
Definitely has his work cut out for him.
A lot of people are saying the champion has never looked better, but that doesn't mean we can't see an upset here tonight.
As Byron was talking earlier about the champ being a heavy favorite here tonight, I couldn't help but think back to the night Santino Marella defeated Umaga for the Intercontinental Championship in 2007. I don't think there was a person alive who thought Santino had even a sliver of hope.
Yeah, including Santino himself. But hey, as the old saying goes, anything can happen in the WWE.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Believe me, getting thrown like that will change his attitude in a hurry.
Guys, a lot of people are predicting a new champion here tonight. Even a poll on WWE.com earlier today predicted we'd have a new champ. But at the risk of being a downer, I'll believe it when I see it.
Near a count out here, Corey.
It would be a shame if this ends in a count out, Cole.
Looks like we might just see... Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Uh-oh, this doesn't look good, Byron.
Yeah, this is how people end up getting hurt.
Oh, I think this man means business. When this guy's on, look out.
Oh, boy, he is rolling. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
And there's his speed paying off. He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side.
Boom! Rocket kick. Boom! Rocket kick. We might have a new champion here, guys.
That should be enough to send the #1 contender home.
Boom! With the cutter.
Carl Anderson looking downright dominant right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our table just shook a bit.
Oh, did you hear his back crack? He's got him down.
This is it.
Luke Gallows tagged in. Incredible. This has to be it. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Here's his chance.
That just echoed throughout this entire arena.
Harper, big discus lariat.
That was nasty.
Got all of that one, that's for sure.
The shoulders are down, and there's the breakup, just in the nick of time.
Brought in the hard way.
And Harper is really taking a pounding. The champ seat, and he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
That one fails to connect.
Great idea by him. Too bad it was awfully executed, though.
Down to the floor.
Looks to me like these superstars are running on fumes right about now. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Using all his power to drive him to the mat. Oh, and did you hear that thump? Oh, I think this man means business. Look at this. 1, 2, and the champ kicks out.
I don't think his opponent was expecting that.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3. There's the pin. It's over. It's all over. That match might go down as one of the best matches in WWE history.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. Count yourselves lucky, people. You might watch WWE for years and only see a match that good a few times. Epic.
Here are your winners and new SmackDown Tag Team and Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
And that's a win to start off the night.
And you just know the rest of the card is watching in the back, wondering how in the world they're going to follow that.
As we saw here tonight, Teams will do just about anything when the tag titles are on the line.
Hold on to your seats. We have singles action coming up next.
It'll be Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho.
You don't want to miss it.
Oh, this is going to be good.
And from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282
What the?
pounds.
I don't think we're going to wait for the match to start.
Oh, the referee needs to get control of this.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
There's the backbreaker, guys.
Nice job by Samoa Joe.
Oh, Enziguri.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
Guys, I was in the locker room when the latest rankings were released, and I can tell you that a lot of people were shaking their heads over this superstar's ranking.
Jericho struggling a bit. He came into this match expecting a fight, and that's exactly what he's getting.
The good news for him is that he doesn't appear to have taken too much offense up to this point, but that can obviously all change here.
I don't know why anybody would be shaking their head over this superstar's ranking, Corey. It's been one impressive performance after another. He's got the shoulders down.
And Jericho kicks out.
Too early in the match to end it.
It's always nice when you see a superstar who's clearly been putting the work in get recognized with an impressive spot in the weekly rankings as this competitor did this past week.
Well, Michael, while the rankings this past week certainly were impressive, I can only imagine the heights this superstar can climb to.
Come on, they're only numbers, guys. Don't get too caught up in them. What really counts is what happens after the opening bell. He's capable of turning it on, but he's got to make sure he doesn't fade fast. Let's call it like it is, guys. It doesn't get much bigger than this. A featured match on a major WWE pay-per-view. This is huge for these superstars.
Nice job by Samoa Joe.
Now it's Chris Jericho fading a bit. Corey noted earlier just how big this is for these superstars. This is why they choose to get into this business. This is why they spend those countless hours training a match on the big stage.
And you can bet all the WWE hopefuls training in the Performance Center are watching this pay-per-view tonight.
Joe is in position.
Man, oh man, incredible. He's back in control here.
Momentum is fully in the corner of Samoa Joe now.
Oh, shin breaker.
Samoa Joe looking a little startled right now, but not for a second do I expect him to back down now.
Yeah, but he's got a very untraditional approach tonight, which includes spending a great deal of time outside the ring. That might help him in the long run. We'll see.
Nothing wrong with being excited about your spot in the weekly rankings, Byron. Now let's see if the momentum can continue here tonight.
I don't know what everybody's so happy about. It's clearly a glitch in the system or a misprint or something. I mean, there's no way this superstar earned a spot that high. Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The odds...
Joe is in position. Going up top.
This could be disastrous, Michael.
And there's the Uranagi.
landed them.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
This is Samoa Joe's chance.
He wants no part of the outside.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
There's been a lot of talk about this superstar's latest spot in the power rankings, but if you ask me, those things are overblown.
Man, Chris, will it be?
I think so!
On the flip side of what Byron was saying earlier, we've seen superstars relax a bit after being slotted high in the rankings. And that, of course, is the last thing you want to do in a situation like this.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about that with this superstar, Cole.
Joe is in position. The human body can only absorb so much of that.
We may very well be seeing the finisher here very shortly, guys, and when that happens, you can bet this one.
Here's Samoa Joe. Oh, Joe brings the pain.
The pain just got brought. That's a good way to find yourself on the list of Jericho.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael. It seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week, if that's even possible.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
No. Here comes Chris Jericho.
He's got it! Walls of Jericho! Locked in!
Can he finish him off here?
Driven back down to the mat with unbelievable power.
Nice job by Samoa Joe.
Wait a minute. Looking a little out of it, up on that turnbuckle.
Oh, this could very well be the beginning of the end.
That'll have you worried about long-term injuries for sure. This may very well be it. real close, too close for comfort.
With all the damage done, you have to wonder how much more it'll take.
It's all academic from here. Clearly on a mission here.
There's the cover. Can he do it? And he got a near fall out of it.
Wow, even now, under those circumstances, Chris Jericho digs deep to power out.
There may be no coming back from this incredible beatdown.
There's been a lot of talk about this superstar's latest spot in the power rankings, but if you ask,
Shoulders on the mat. 1, 2, 3. Got it. And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
that was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. Hope everybody at home set those DVRs, because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
Here is your winner, Chris Jericho.
And the first match of the night comes to an end in thrilling fashion.
If that's the type of action we're going to get all night long, I can't wait.
We got one-on-one action coming your way next.
We have one of our breakout talents versus The Miz.
You don't want to miss it.
And from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Man, these people are going nuts.
One of the biggest underdogs in WWE history.
A true Cinderella story. After being told he could no longer compete inside of a WWE ring, Daniel Bryan fought long and fought hard and recaptured.
And accompanied by Maurice, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas. Residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz.
Go ahead, Corey. Tell us all about The Miz.
The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B show to the show. A star of stage, screen.
You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano.
Oh, what incredible power!
Wow, what a vertical suplex.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one. Great offense by The Miz. Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match.
Takes him down with a chop block. He paid for that one.
Oh, man, big time.
This superstar comes into tonight with a pretty impressive ranking, guys, and well-deserved too, if you ask me.
Oh, you cannot take your eyes off him for a second.
Really?
Back in the ring now.
Abuses him with an elbow.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. He's starting to feel it here. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out.
Got the shoulders down.
An impressive ranking for the superstar indeed, but just because you're in the top 10 doesn't make you unstoppable. We've seen superstars with all the momentum in the world lose matches before. It happens all the time.
Hey, Owen Hart pinned.
He fights his way free.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way out?
Vicious landing on that toss.
I must say, fellas, I was absolutely shocked when I saw the latest weekly rankings. How in the world did this superstar secure such a high spot?
Into the quick cover. He's got plenty of gas left in the tank.
Tried for it early.
What's he doing?
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
As we've seen many times over the years, the weekly rankings can be a source of great debate. And Byron, it seems Corey has taken issue with this week's rankings. Do you have any issue with how this week's numbers played out?
Not at all, Michael. In fact, I applaud the voters for getting, in my opinion, everything right from top to bottom.
Great effort, but he better save something for later in the match.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Taken down with great force.
Precarious position here.
Oh, and did you hear that thump?
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
Back between the ropes. He's flagrantly breaking the rules. This could cause irreparable damage. Come on, ref.
Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting Horowitz away, Skip thought it would be a good idea to do some mid-ring push-ups. And as you were saying, the decision ultimately came back to haunt him.
The end may be near, folks. This is not where he wants to be at this point in this match.
Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there.
Wow, he got out of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take it, as Byron was saying. Elongating the match not only gives your opponent an opportunity to get back in it, but you're also running the risk of injury anytime you're in the ring longer than you have to be.
Yeah, but
A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Nah, not yet. Too early.
And he's heading back in.
His drop kick connects.
He's going for it all.
bravo to the voters this past week. It seems they finally got the rankings right. And I know this superstar agrees with me. It's about time.
Brings down his opponent, and here it is, Corey.
The yes lock! The yes lock is applied!
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
Wow, he escapes it.
He's just got no quit in him here tonight, Cole.
Watch it.
Figure four leg lock. But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to lock? Locked in. Game, set, match. This one is over.
And he breaks free.
Just when you thought he was out of this one.
Incredible move by The Miz.
Can he finish the job?
Momentum is fully in the corner of The Miz now.
And that takes him off his feet.
The cover. One. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up.
How'd he do that?
Well, he got some air on that toss.
Oh, I think this man means business. He's making a statement here with this attack.
Floored by the neck breaker.
And the cover for the win!
How does he keep doing this?
Gonna take more than that.
Great effort, but he better save something for later in the match.
Look at this. Miz.
And The Miz delivers the snap DDT, and that should do it.
That should do it. Big move coming. Wait for it.
Nice combination there.
This is his opportunity to win this thing.
Chaos. Melee. Pandemonium.
Got him with the S-lock.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys. The Miz's chances just went from bad to worse.
The pressure's too much. They tap.
Corey, that's a pretty big upset. I didn't see that coming.
I don't think anybody did. I'm completely shocked right now.
Yeah, look at his opponent.
I don't shake his hand. He just beat you.
It was a great... Oh,
No! Low blow!
That's better.
how embarrassing.
Ending. That's what it's all about.
That was a great match, too. We've been waiting a long time for this. The championship is up for grabs right here next.
We have Rusev against AJ Styles.
Don't miss it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Happy Rusev Day. The Lion of Bulgaria fighting for all of his constituents. Rusev Day is a real-life phenomenon, taking the world by storm.
It really is a holiday, Byron. It pops up on my calendar on my phone. Okay, so no matter how you feel about this made-up holiday, what it has done is provide virtual jet fuel for the confidence of Rusev, who is more driven than we've ever seen him.
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
When you talk about AJ Styles, the list of accomplishments is seemingly endless. Styles, a true global superstar before arriving in WWE. But since he's been here, AJ Styles has lived up to the moniker phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that when AJ Styles made his debut at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, he wondered if he would even fit into WWE. But obviously he has done more than just fit in. He has excelled at this level.
One of the toughest individuals I have ever seen compete in a WWE ring.
Introducing the challenger from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev. Introducing the champion from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, he is the WWE champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Don't change that dial. And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about. This kind of offense he's known for.
He put all his weight behind that splash.
Great offense by Rusev.
The force on that impact was unreal, guys.
He's displaying classic offense here. The champ's starting to sweat. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
The weekly rankings are up, guys, and this superstar has to feel pretty darn good about them. AJ Styles got him there.
AJ Styles on offense.
Incredible.
So much innovation.
A favorable ranking for sure for this superstar, as Byron was saying, but that shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. It's been one great performance after another as of late, if you ask me.
Yeah, it really has, Cole. And like Byron was saying, when you're ranked that high, you have to feel good about yourself. Now, let's see if that equates to another victory here tonight.
Oh, he turns it around. Just a step quicker, it looks like.
Guys, in a title match like this one, on a stage as big as the one we're on now, you have to wonder.
And Rusev makes the cover.
He's got plenty of gas left in his tank.
It's way too early.
Styles looks like he wants to do it all by himself.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, I don't think AJ Styles like that.
He may be wondering where he is after that flip.
He's definitely got all pistons fired.
There's a pin now. And the champ kicks out.
Gonna take more than that.
Circling back to your earlier point, Corey, you have to think nerves will play a big part in this match, which I think favors the champion.
Look out. That's it. That's got to be it. I mean, Rusev now, that's a finishing move, people.
Here's his chance to win this. AJ Styles able to avoid damage there.
Such a technician.
AJ Styles is getting ready.
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it? Come on, let's go. What?
With the championship at stake, you know these superstars are going to give everything they can to win here tonight. As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been with.
AJ Styles, look at this.
I'm not sure how much he has left.
And AJ Styles is on a roll.
The phenomenal one is hard to stop when he gets going like this.
He's getting after it while he has the energy. Smart move.
Ushigoroshi.
There it is. Can Rusev stay in cover here?
Rusev with an easy kick out there. Wow.
He's barking about something now.
This is uncalled for.
Oh, look. Oh, a rear super kick.
From behind, nasty.
AJ's in big trouble now.
This is Rusev's match now.
And here's a cover. And the champ kicks out.
Wow, that's pure power, guys.
And there's the reversal from Rusev.
Got the leg.
Ooh, a dragon screw.
That'll destroy a knee.
The face that runs the place is getting in his opponent's head now. Oh boy, he is rolling. Rusev's on the...
He's got him covered. And AJ Styles powers out.
He's still in this.
At what point do those thoughts creep in of, what do I have to do to put this match to rest? I don't know. I don't know as a WWE superstar if you ever have those thoughts of self-doubt. Going after the back here.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
AJ Styles is setting it up. There may be no getting out of this one.
But can he follow up here?
AJ Styles continues the head games. Looks like he's pinpointing the back. Oh, look, Rusev's
the accolades locked in. Oh, man, the champ looks absolutely out of it right now.
He broke out of it.
Cole, how in the world did he find the energy to do that?
The incoming.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Rusev's getting ready here. And he lands the slam.
Uh-oh, here comes the phenomenal one.
Whoa, what a high kick. The world title. That's why these men are putting their careers on the line. He's going for the pin. 2. Gets the shoulder up. Wow. What's it going to take?
It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down.
Rusev is making his presence known.
One move after the other. It's devastating. Looking into the cover with the title on the line.
New champion, new champion.
And he got a near fall out of it.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
Going all the way up. Look at this. His shoulders are down. 1, 2. True testament to grit.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea. When AJ starts this stuff, I kind of lose interest.
There he goes, crashing to the floor. Incoming. This has been a war. He's trying to mangle his face here.
Watch out. This is where anything can happen.
Tell me about it. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. And he got a near fall out of it.
How did he do that?
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Oh, no. He's positioned up on that turnbuckle.
Him right now.
So damaging.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
He's looking a little wobbly here, guys.
Michael, his legs look like they're about to give out on him.
Great offense by AJ Styles.
This has been a battle.
AJ Styles may have it. Here comes the big Bulgarian.
AJ Styles with a nice reversal.
Powerbomb. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Here we go. AJ Styles setting up.
Oshigoroshi. Can he finish him off here? Even better the second time around.
This guy's dangerous in and out of the ring, and it looks like he wants to prove just that. The champ to the top turnbuckle. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, here's AJ Styles.
Momentum shift for the phenomenal one. Oh, AJ Styles may have it.
Styles clash.
but I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
What a title defense.
These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance.
Here's your winner, and still WWE Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Kicking off the night with an impressive victory.
Yeah, the performance put forth in that match tells me we're looking at somebody who will someday, very soon, be competing in the main event.
Plenty more action still to come here tonight, folks.
You are watching the longest-running episodic television show
in history. Welcome to Monday Night. Don't change that channel. We have singles action coming up. We have Alexa Bliss. Let's do it. Look who's on Raw! Little Miss Bliss!
Making her way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa
Such emotion here.
Bliss.
They aren't going to wait.
Nope, here we go.
Now we have Nikki Bella on the attack.
Dropped by a clothesline.
Oh, there's the kick by Nikki Bella.
Snap suplex.
One match is in the books, and we're on to the next. A triple threat match is next.
Hey, sorry, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? First of all, it says Natty. Natalia, right there. Natalia, right there. You can see on the screen. That's Natalia. Out comes Nikki Bella. For some reason. And then I lose. How did I lose? I have no idea. The game's just fucked up. How do I rematch? No, I cannot. Okay, we'll go on to this instead then. I'll be Jinder.
Up next, we're going to see someone defy the odds.
Don't hinder Jinder. But what the hell? The game's just messed up there. I don't know. I was just saying, enjoyed the game, getting the commentary for myself, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, I was playing a match, and the wrong person came down to wrestle me, and then I randomly got disqualified, I think. But I don't know how I lost the match. It's silly. Never mind. Probably be playing more Last of Us tonight. I'm stupid. How was your lunch? Did you finish playing Fallout as well? This is my hero. Oh god.
And from Punjab, India,
I got it free on the Switch, and I haven't even touched it.
Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, I give it a pass as well. It's like not worth it. A lot of better multiplayer games out there than that.
Pretty incredible what this man has accomplished in his career.
I tried playing Overwatch. Skin Slip seems to like it actually. So maybe you can play with him.
What a clothesline. After that epic entrance, Bobby Roode has even more amazing tricks with his technical wrestling skills.
Bobby Roode looking good tonight. Truly worthy of the expensive robes he wears to the ring.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with a guy who shops at Suit City, but if these were fashion competitions, his opponents would have already lost.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent. Like, here's a couple.
Oh, gets the shoulder up.
Gonna take more than that.
Check out Bobby Roode's offense.
Oh, that's not free, alright. Probably be fun with the zombies, probably. I wonder if Red Dead's got another zombie story this year. That was good last year. The zombie undead redemption kinda. It was good. Red Dead Undead, whatever it was called. That was good.
At 2016's Clash of Champions, it was another classic triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. It was Bayley versus the Boss, Sasha Banks, versus the champion, Charlotte Flair. The match started out more like a singles match between the Boss and the Queen. Bayley learned very quickly it was every woman for herself.
One move after the other. It's devastating. Look at
maybe.
The triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship was another example of the incredible.
Were you still watching last night when I kept getting
superstars of WWE?
Killed by the clicker?
Physically dominant and fighting off the challenges of Bayley and Sasha Banks. At one point, the Queen even landed a moonsault on both their opponents at the same time. But the Boss and Bayley put it all on the line and kept fighting.
There were several near pinfalls during this battle, but in the end, as it should be, the Queen exhibited her genetic superiority by fighting off both her challengers. After drilling Bayley with a boot to the face, the Queen
first clicker of the game, and I kept getting beaten.
Raw Women's Championship.
A superstar
kept getting spotted by the runners.
Be attacked by both opponents in a triple threat match. Circumstances create interesting alliances, and the numbers game can become your worst enemy in a hurry when you're competing against two other opponents. No matter how you look at it, it's a situation you don't want to be in, but you must prepare for it.
Toss to the outside. Oh, wow. When this guy's on,
Look out. A competitor must be ready for the possibility that they'll fall victim to a 2-on-1 attack on a triple threat match. A great example of that was the triple threat match on SmackDown Live between AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. No one thought that Ziggler and Styles would work together to perform a double dive off the barricade that put Corbin through the Spanish announce table.
And that's exactly what a superstar always needs to have in the back of their mind. That at some point, their two opponents will most likely join together and take them out. It's one of many occupational hazards that come with competing in a triple threat.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Check out Jinder Mahal's offense. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He looks a bit off his game here. Don't be surprised if he shrugs it off and comes back more motivated than ever.
He's got to be careful here. While he hasn't absorbed...
His shoulders are down.
Mahal gets the shoulder up, and we continue.
Quick out.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Actually, blocked his there.
Bobby Roode able to avoid damage.
Yeah, Jinder. Put him there.
Bobby Roode set his spine.
Oh, spine in the time. No, get up.
He's got some fight left in him.
He isn't going to go away that easy.
We may very well be seeing the finisher here very shortly, guys. And when that happens, you can bet this one's going to be over.
Yes. Oh, he's lying. No reversal. Into the ropes.
Bobby Roode setting it up.
Booby. No booby.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
This might be the opportunity he needed.
Mahal
gets the shoulder up.
Too early in the match to end it.
Really, finish too early.
I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael. It seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week. If that's even possible.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Whoa, Bobby Roode able to avoid damage.
Nice.
What a knockout punch. Oh, man.
Of course, Bobby Roode is a decorated veteran of sports entertainment, but I gotta say, he's got his work cut out for him here tonight.
Yeah.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody. Warm up the buses. Will this be enough?
Not sure if he can sustain this, but it's sure fun to watch right now.
And he gets the shoulder up. He's not giving up that easy.
More Jinder Mahal can endure.
There's a very real chance he might not be able to recover from this here in this triple threat match.
This is all but over.
Jinder knows about changing paths in his career. Now he needs to change paths in this match.
That's it. He's over.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Good job, Jinder.
Sure how much more Bobby Roode can take.
We're finding out.
You have to wonder how much longer he can go on like this.
He is hurt. Let's remember, though, guys, his opponent doesn't seem to be in great shape either.
He's inflicting some serious... Here's the cover for the win.
Ooh.
No, he kicks out at 2.
Well, I'm not surprised Gable kicked out there. That's what Olympians do.
A blatant
no blow.
for the rules here. What is keeping Chad Gable in this match? Look at this. This could do it. 3.
Got me a low blow.
Yes. Unreal performance.
Right in front of the referee's eyes, but no Scott's kicking, so there we go,
Well,
Jinder.
guys, not sure what you think, but that was one of the most incredible triple threat matches I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of.
Sweet win. Well, it was.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. There's good, there's great, and then there's downright unbelievable WWE action. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got a taste of the unbelievable.
Jinder Mahal.
What a back-and-forth battle that was.
Beating one WWE competitor is hard enough, but turning back two, that's just plain impressive.
And that's the kind of action
We got one-on-one action coming your way next.
we have. Finn Balor versus John Cena.
Be
I
John
can barely
Cena.
sit still.
Hullabaloo. John Cena.
A decade and a half of dominance.
And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena.
What the?
Oh, man, still not officially underway.
No, official or unofficial, we're rolling here.
And John Cena, perhaps the most decorated superstar in
my
WWE
heart.
history, in action here.
I am looking forward to this.
If you ask me, this one has what it takes to be right up there with some of the great triple threat matches of the past, including the classic we saw at WrestleMania 30.
John Cena is one of WWE's longest tenured veterans, but he's still got plenty left in the tank.
I'll agree with you, Byron. There's a reason they call the guy Big Match John.
Great offense by John Cena.
Oh no.
That's how you move up the ladder here in WWE. Clothesline!
Well, that'll leave a mark.
His t-shirt disappeared.
John Cena got him there.
Things not looking great for Finn Balor. This is a dangerous spot for him to be here in this triple threat match.
This is all part of the process, guys. He knew he would take on some offense here tonight. He just has to make sure he keeps it to a minimum.
Oh, it's up.
Finn Balor has competed around the world under several names, but why he chose his moniker in WWE speaks to who he is the most, Corey.
That's right. Ripped out of the pages of Irish mythology, Finn McCool is a hero who battled the evil one-eyed Demon King known as Balor. It's a story Finn always uses as a source of power.
On, he dodges out of the way.
Forearms for the
I don't think
second
he chose Finn Balor. I don't think he would have been
Guys,
happy with
there's more to Finn Balor's
Prince
name than
of
what Corey brought up.
Probably, but
Finn's
no.
name is also a tribute to his dad, Finton, who taught his son what it meant to have tireless work ethic.
Certainly paying tribute to your
Oh,
father
okay.
and Demon Slayers is more fitting for Finn these days than, say, being called a prince or something.
Oh, I think this man means business. Finn Balor going high risk. Look out! His body is driven to the mat.
Sickening colored. What the fuck off of that?
We're witnessing a level of punishment
Just
that
come
can
in
he's got the shoulders down.
No
Finn
one
Balor
puts those up.
powers the shoulder up.
Not yet.
He's making a statement here with this attack. Knocked him right off his feet. Yeah, no
Knock
kidding.
the poop out of him.
John Cena with the offense. What do you think Finn Balor needs?
Yeah. Really?
Focus on right now.
Really
We're all
nice, yeah.
gonna find out what he's made of here in this triple threat match.
Oh no. Oh bad.
What's this?
Make a driver.
John Cena with the early cover. Finn Balor with an easy kick out there.
Nah, not yet. Too early.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
Flattens him with a clothesline.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Great offense by John Cena. I can't tell you how many victims have suffered the same fate.
STF applied.
Can he finish the job?
Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason.
Look out, John Cena is measuring. Big move coming. Oh my, John Cena. Wow. John Cena wins.
Big
No
match.
doubt that was a match people will be telling their kids about for years to come. Here's another look.
Don't forget to be well.
I can watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been
Here's
able to
your
watch.
winner, John
Big match. John.
Cena.
Extremely impressive win, guys.
Now don't go anywhere. We have a classic coming up. We have Roman Reigns
Versus Baron Corbin.
Oh, we aren't going anywhere.
I'm gonna stop talking. Right. Just enjoy playing the game. Yeah.
And here is the big dog on Monday Night Raw.
And from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
Guys, I was still competing in NXT when the Shield was running roughshod. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and this man, Roman Reigns. And we knew the future was bright, but no one quite expected Reigns to have the impact on the WWE Universe that he has since the NXT days. One of the workhorses of WWE proudly feels that he carries this business on his broad shoulders and will continue to do so well into the future.
Well, Roman has that swagger. Roman has that confidence. And Roman has that message to the entire roster of WWE. If you think you can stop me, try.
Yeah, good luck with that.